Rabbi Jonathan Klein tells me this is in response to the more than 130 hostages still remaining in Gaza currently. Water in the Kern River is moving extremely fast, posing a serious threat to inexperienced tourists. Don't drive through these roads. This car is driving through these roads, and that's something that you don't want to do. From the training mat to the boxing ring, and they have their coach, a pro fighter, to help them along the way. If you have internet service now, you may not by the end of April. The Affordable Connectivity Program, now to arguably the biggest race in Kern County, the 20th Congressional District race, the seat once held by former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. As this storm system starts to move up north towards San Diego and Los Angeles, it's going to be heading into cooler waters. Nearly 400 officers are now searching for the convicted killer who escaped from a Pennsylvania prison late last month. This field caught on fire, engulfing the fence behind me, carrying flames down the back of this neighborhood to the Garcia family home with their kids inside. I'm Dominique LaVigne, your Bakersfield neighborhood reporter. Liberty High School seniors walked this stage on Thursday night to celebrate their accomplishments and the beginning of a new chapter. But for the class of 2024, it's also a time to remember one of their classmates who won't be walking the stage with them. Hundreds of families cheered on their graduates as faculty members called their names. In the crowd, one mom watched the celebration, knowing her daughter would never walk this stage.
And I know she would be super, super happy. I could see her in her little gown.
Autumn Montage, Sarah Marlar's mom, adopted her at 3 years old and remembers taking her daughter to this park as a kid with her childhood best friend, Lamira Farhat.
I loved whenever I would get off the bus, she'd always tell me to be safe, and she'd say that to everyone.
Montage tells me she just started letting Sarah ride her skateboard to school in December 2022.
I even 2 days before had told her, because I was up at 5 in the morning, and I was like, I really don't like you going to school this early.
Montage says Sarah took herself to Liberty for only 5 days before the crash.
When I went to school, people were saying, a girl named Sarah, a girl named Sarah. And I was like, that's not my Sarah, is it? And it was.
Farhat says she drove past the crash scene on her way to school that day. Sarah remained on life support for 6 days before dying from her injuries right before her favorite holiday. She would have graduated this year.
I knew I wanted to do something to commemorate her because losing her was the hardest thing I could go through.
Farhat told Montage she wanted to order custom bracelets in her memory for the class of 2024 to wear on graduation night. The pink jewelry donned Sarah's full name, a heart, a butterfly, and a message of simple kindness, something Montage says her daughter lived by.
She stuck to it, and I appreciate her so much for that, because Sarah should be here.
The night finally arrived, bringing mixed emotions for Sarah's loved ones.
It's bittersweet in a sense because, I wanted her to be there. And these bracelets, it's in a sense her being there.
While Farhat says she would have preferred to celebrate with Sarah in person, she walked the stage wearing the bracelet, forever remembering her friend. This moment, especially meaningful for Montage, who says when she graduated, she accepted her best friend's diploma after she died. And now she's seeing her daughter's best friend do the same.
It's someone who loved her so much just did their graduation. And even though Sarah's not here with her, at least somebody who loves her is thinking of her as she does it.
For 23 ABC News, I'm Dominique LaVigne, your Bakersfield neighborhood reporter. I'm Dominique LaVigne, your Bakersfield neighborhood reporter. 22-year-old Bakersfield native Daniel Becker Jr. was shot and killed outside of a McDonald's drive-thru in Arizona. And now his memories are left behind on this court in Bakersfield. Donnie Becker used to play basketball with his brother around town.
How did it feel when you beat your other brother in basketball?
That was the greatest feeling. Because he was out here in Bakersfield, he was the best player in Bakersfield.
But now he's playing alone. Donnie woke up the morning of January 13th to a missed call from his dad and one from his older brother.
And I'm just like, damn, I don't know, I got this bad vibe in my body.
Daniel Jr. was shot multiple times following an altercation in a McDonald's drive-thru in Mesa, Arizona. more than 700 miles away from Bakersfield. As soon as Daniel Becker Sr., his father, heard the news, he hit the road, saying he spent every minute of the more than 8-hour drive thinking about his son.
Couldn't get there fast enough. And that, I wish that I was there to protect him, or at least to help him. You know, let him know that I loved him.
Court documents show the man involved in the shooting has been charged with second-degree murder. At the time of his death, Daniel Becker Jr. was just 1 week away from his 23rd birthday.
Jordan, happy birthday to you!
Which his family celebrated without him.
I feel like I lost a part of myself, and I don't wish that on any parent.
But Daniel Jr.'s death is just another caused by gun violence. Due to that, Daniel Sr. would like to see a change.
You should be able to own a firearm, but not at 25. You shouldn't be able to carry, not until you're at least 25, because the maturity is not there.
Most recent data from the Center for Disease Control reports guns as the leading cause of death among kids and teens ages 1 to 19 in 2022, with the highest rates impacting youth of color.
If you were a little bit more mature, maybe things wouldn't have went the way that they went that night.
Despite his loss, Daniel Sr. wants to keep his son's legacy alive.
He was my shadow, my little mini-me.
And his brother is doing the same.
They gave me some of his clothes. I'm just finna wear them, remember him, keep it in his name, play basketball in his name.
You can review the court documents in full detail on our website, turnto23.com. For 23 ABC News, I'm Dominique LaVigne, your Bakersfield neighborhood reporter. I'm Dominique LaVigne, your Bakersfield neighborhood reporter. Inside this gym, you'll find the makings of champions. And whether these fighters are training at the bag or in the ring, they're putting in their all to represent Bakersfield at the highest level. Powerful punches and knockouts are Daniel Alcala's thing.
Turn that left hand over.
But he's not the one delivering the blows.
Get busier.
I used to watch my dad coach. I fell in love with it.
It's much more than that.
You're just throwing it out there to put it out there. You have to turn it into your left hook. You understand what I'm telling you?
Alcala says he's pushing his fighters harder in and out of the ring. It's a new approach this year to breed some of the best young boxers in Bakersfield.
Never do I let them miss because, oh, I'm tired, or oh, because of this, or oh, I want to go on a date. Nothing like that. You're going to be here.
That discipline inspires new fighters like Aubrey Tejas, who started boxing 3 months ago.
He's very strict on me, and he doesn't let me play around and stuff.
And experienced fighters like Estrella Valadez, who's already a 3-time national champion.
I've been sparring a lot, like when national champs like Estrella. She's pretty good, and she's teaching me.
Be quick, be quick.
He doesn't sleep. Like all he does is watch like our sparring videos.
Estrella and her sister Luna Valadez were Alcala's first female boxers. And Luna tells me with him in her corner, she feels more confident to make moves in a fight.
So that's why I really trust him a lot with it whenever he's watching me, because I know that he knows what he's doing.
Done.
And just like his athletes, he breaks a sweat at competitions too.
I have 2 people fighting at the same time in 2 different rings. So I've ran back and forth to a ring.
And his tenacity and dedication are paying off. Alcala's boxers have captured major victories at the district, state, and regional level. And Bakersfield is sending not 1, not 2, but 4 boxers to the National Silver Gloves Championships in Kansas.
I finally be on an airplane now, going somewhere I've never been.
Estrella Valadez makes her return to nationals for the 4th time, hoping to come back with another championship.
For this week, we're just getting the finishing touches.
But the rest of her team, Luna, Xavier, and Aubrey, will compete at the highest level for the first time.
It was my first nationals, and I've done a lot to get to this point, and it's just thinking about it just makes me really happy.
And Alcala says he trusts his athletes have put in the work to come back victorious again.
I'm expected to come back with 4 belts.
The 2024 National Silver Gloves Tournament begins on Thursday and lasts until Saturday. For 23 ABC News, I'm Dominique LaVigne, your Bakersfield neighborhood reporter.